Good day, chaps. This is Isaac here, and welcome back to Isaac Reviews 2023. I love stop-motion animation. It's a medium that takes a lot of effort, but when it's pulled off well, it can produce some stunning visuals that can hold up amazingly years after being made. And one of the most well-known studios in that regard is Aardman Animation. Sure, sometimes they've ventured into the world of computer animation, but claymation has been their bread and butter for as long as they've been around, and their iconic art style has been a key factor in the overall charm of a lot of their productions, including Wallace and Gromit, Shaun the Sheep, and of course, Chicken Run. It's a pretty good movie, I must say. It's funny, the voice acting is good, the animation is nice, and I found it creative how it decided to take on the tone of a Prison Break movie while still being a family film at its core. And after 23 years, sequels based on nostalgic properties have been becoming all the rage in Hollywood, and it seems like it was time for Chicken Run to cross the road of legacy sequels and get to the other side with Dawn of the Nugget. I figured that the first Chicken Run left some solid room for a follow-up, and I liked how this one would see the chickens breaking into a higher security farm rather than breaking out. Plus, it saw the surprise return of the first movie's antagonist, Miss Tweety, after she was assumed to have died in the first movie. But nowadays, death means nothing in movies, even for those who've already died. But yeah, Chicken Run Dawn of the Nugget may have taken 2 decades, 5 US presidents, and 2 British monarchs to be made, but now it's available to watch on Netflix. And was the wait worth it in the end? I'd say it was. Set a few years after the events of the first film, Ginger, Rocky, and the rest of the chickens have found a new home in a peaceful island sanctuary. But soon enough, Ginger and Rocky's daughter Molly, who in human years would probably be around 13 or 14, wants to explore the world beyond the village, much to her mother's disapproval. She eventually makes her escape, but is captured and taken into a new, higher security farm where chickens are essentially turned into happy zombies before being slaughtered and turned into nuggets. So it's up to her friends and family to break into the farm and save her before she becomes a bucket of nuggets. Real quick, one of my mutuals brought up a very valid point regarding this movie. Why the hell was Ginger recasted? Sure, Thandiwe Newton sounds fine, but Julia Sawalha was right there. And yeah, I understand why Rocky and Fowler had to get new voice actors, but Sawalha is still alive, she's not caught up in controversy, and she's only 4 years younger than Newton. And if Imelda Staunton and Miranda Richardson, who are in their 60s, get to reprise their roles as Bunty and Miss Tweety, then I don't see why Julia Sawalha can't come back. Other than that, my only other major problem with Dawn of the Nugget is that it's pretty uneventful leading up to the heist at the farm. It has some good comedy and the callbacks aren't too distracting, but the first few minutes before Molly is kidnapped just aren't all that memorable and can feel rather tedious. But once the chickens get to the farm, the movie really kicks itself into full gear and becomes an exciting caper flick. It's wildly creative, Harry Gregson Williams returned to do the score, and he did a great job, and as previously mentioned, the comedy is consistently enjoyable. All the characters from the first movie are back as well, and they're all as good as ever. I also enjoyed the new character Molly, in addition to Bella Ramsey's performance. Given how I'm a massive fan of Hilda, I'm happy to see her getting more roles in major productions nowadays. Also, Miss Tweety returns as the movie's big bad, and she's just as delightfully despicable as ever, even if I preferred her a bit more in the first one. Another aspect of Dawn of the Nugget that I liked is the animation, which is wonderful per Aardman standards. It's got the studio's signature look that helps to make for some energetic action and on-point physical comedy, coupled with some creative new environments and great shot composition. To sum things up, Chicken Run Dawn of the Nugget is more or less around the same level of quality as its predecessor. The writing is nothing special, Ginger's recasting is confusing, and the movie was a bit unremarkable for the first 10 to 20 minutes, but the animation is as great as ever, and the heist itself was creative and intense. Although I would recommend seeing the first Chicken Run for the added context, this is certainly a good watch for fans of said movie, or fans of stop motion in general. Good enough for an 8 out of 10 in fact, so I'm sure that's worth something. Next time, I'll be pretty busy in the weekend leading up to Christmas, but to start, I'll be reviewing Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. I've been hearing really bad things about this movie so far, so I wouldn't really say I'm looking forward to this one. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode of Isaac Reviews 2023, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!